Lots of fans are becoming suspicious of Drew McIntyre, so we'll see what's new there. We'll also check out what's the latest for the Judgment Day, Nakamura, and much more. Let's start things off with Drew McIntyre because the fan conversation surrounding him is definitely heating up. So when Drew disappeared after WrestleMania 39, there were lots of rumors floating around that it was strictly just injury related, and other rumors that part of the hiatus was due to some creative frustrations. Drew McIntyre returned at Money in the Bank right into a high-profile title feud with Gunther. Gunther has really elevated to Intercontinental title with his current historic title reign, so it did feel like a respectable position for Drew McIntyre to be placed in upon his return. But since Drew McIntyre was unsuccessful in his attempt to dethrone Gunther, he was unfortunately taken another step down on the card. Drew McIntyre now finds himself in the tag team division with Matt Riddle. Drew's biggest rivals right now are the Viking Raiders and the New Day, and fans have been having a conversation about Drew's usage because he just feels so out of place in his current position. The Viking Raiders are a great tag team. That's what they do best. They play a key role in that division. The New Day is another legendary tag team. There's not that many tag teams in history that are better than them. But Drew McIntyre, on the other hand, everyone knows that the tag team division is not really his place on the card. This is a man that defeated Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship in the main event of WrestleMania just a few years ago. So you're supposed to either stay at that same level or elevate yourself even higher than that, not go into the tag team division. So that's something that definitely is under a microscope right now from the fans. They're not really happy with Drew McIntyre's usage, and they think that more could be done there with him. Drew McIntyre could be feuding with Cody Rhodes. He could be feuding with Seth Rollins and be a big threat for the World Heavyweight Championship. That's basically the area on the card that Drew should be around. Fans also feel like this tag team with Matt Riddle isn't really a long-term thing either. Matt Riddle's character is very excited to be teaming with Drew McIntyre. Riddle knows that he had great success teaming with Randy Orton, and he thinks he can recreate that here with Drew McIntyre. That's why Riddle is constantly telling Drew to be patient and wait things out, because he knows how things went with Randy Orton at first, but it turned out to be a major success. But the big twist here, especially for Matt Riddle, is that maybe Drew McIntyre truly doesn't want to be patient and doesn't want to recreate RK Bro with him, which could mean that we'll see what everyone originally thought we would see with RK Bro, and that's a massive heel turn. Maybe even Drew's character isn't happy about where they're at right now on Raw, so that leads him to viciously betraying Riddle and dumping him off. And if they do go down that route, it'll be interesting because we haven't seen a heel Drew McIntyre in over 3 years. So it'll be something fresh to see. Plus, like we talked about before, a heel turn would open up the door for Drew McIntyre to enter big feuds against major babyfaces like Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. So keep an eye on Drew McIntyre and Matt Riddle's tag team. Riddle thinks he's about to create another RK Bro situation, but he could be in for a rude awakening this time around. Now, speaking of stories that are heating up, that brings us to Seth Rollins versus Nakamura. This all started with a massive heel turn from Nakamura on Seth Rollins. Nakamura has been acting strange and cold to almost everyone in the weeks building up to his heel turn. Now, originally fans didn't want to really think of this matchup, but the August 21st edition of Raw really helped to establish the entire story and motive for Nakamura. Nakamura was featured in a very amazing backstage promo in which he laid out everything he's been up to in his plan. He said that he's been keeping a close eye on Seth Rollins and noted that despite being the world champion, Seth Rollins is in a great deal of pain 24/7 due to his back injuries. Nakamura said that Seth Rollins can't even pick up his child without feeling back pain. And this is an actual real-life situation. Seth Rollins has said on multiple interviews that his back is pretty messed up right now, but he's working through it. Seth Rollins even confirmed his back injuries on Raw in response to Nakamura's words. But Nakamura's promo was absolutely amazing because it painted Nakamura as a massive threat and perfectly painted the story and motive. The story is that Nakamura has been quietly watching and paying attention from the background. He saw all the interview headlines talking about Seth's injury, so he plans on striking now and capitalizing on what Seth is suffering from to win his first WWE World title on the main roster. Does Nakamura actually have a shot of legitimately dethroning Seth Rollins? Probably not, but if they keep giving us content for the story like from the August 21st edition of Raw, it should really be a great feud either way. The Judgment Day story with JD McDonagh continued this week on Raw. JD and Finn Balor had a backstage interview in which they both seemed to be very happy with how things unfolded during the week prior. JD felt like he helped out the Judgment Day, and Finn Balor agreed. But when Rhea Ripley called Finn over to talk about the Judgment Day's plan for the night, she stopped JD from joining them. JD tried helping the Judgment Day again by throwing the briefcase into the ring, but it didn't go smoothly, and Kevin Owens ended up catching it and using it on Finn Balor, which Damian Priest did scold JD for doing. Plus, the Judgment Day would go on to lose the Raw main event as well. So nothing really major going on here. That's just how the Judgment Day story's been going in recent weeks. It's this constant rotation of the group having a big night of standing tall, followed up with them having a night of everything falling apart. Obviously, it seems like it will end with JD either gaining a spot in the group or taking a spot from a former member. And speaking of the new Judgment Day members, Dominik Mysterio was recently asked by Baker's Bantering if Cora Jade can join the Judgment Day. Dominik said that Cora was an interesting pick for the group, but that when it comes to new female members, those decisions are all made by Rhea Ripley. So the group is about to gain a new male member, but we'll have to see if another female member could be added later on. Speaking of Rhea Ripley, she's spent the last few weeks absolutely dominating Candice LeRae, Indy Hartwell, and others. But Rhea Ripley was surprised by the returning Raquel Rodriguez, who has been fully cleared to compete. Raquel had a storyline leg injury a few weeks before SummerSlam that was caused by Rhea Ripley. So now that she's cleared, she wants to get her hands on Rhea Ripley, and that will take place at WWE Payback. And assuming Rhea Ripley is able to fight off Raquel Rodriguez and retain her title, we'll have to see what big challenger will step up to Rhea after that. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.